virtuous women, a virtuous woman.
A very warm welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of the Virtuous Woman Show. I am your host as always. My name is Sheila Juma and I'm so delighted to have you here this evening. As always, I just want to ask you, please go ahead and grab a friend, grab a sister. Don't watch this alone because we're going to have a very informative show and we have a very informative guest for this particular topic today on set. Please go ahead, follow us on our social media platforms. We are the Virtuous Woman Show on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Please go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss any upload that we do during the weeks. And also, we are on Twitter. We are Virtuous Woman MVCI. Go ahead, search for us. Please, on these platforms, go ahead and engage with us. Tell us what kind of topics you want us to deal with. If you have any questions concerning the show, we'll be more than happy to hear from you. So today we have a very interesting guest on set with us. Her name is Mrs. Muturi, and she has a very interesting story. We have done a similar show, but this one is a bit different. If you're a faithful follower of the Virtuous Woman Show, you will note that we have done something similar, but this one is a bit different because the condition is different. So we want to learn about her story, about her children, what kind of challenges she's gone through, and how we can learn from them. And so, very welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
We're very glad to have you. I just want you to introduce yourself. Look at that camera. Introduce yourself. Tell us, wewe ni nani, umetoka wapi? Yeah.
Thank you. My name is Joyce Muturi, and I'm very happy to be here. I'm a mother of 3. Yes.
All right. And what do you do?
I'm a trained teacher,
Okay.
but currently I'm not working.
Okay. But
Just
you
busy taking
you are
care
a
of-
mother.
Yes, I'm a mother.
That's your job. It's a full-time job.
Yes.
Comes of 3 little ones.
Yes.
Yeah, we're very happy to have you, and we see you have someone here with you. Tell us about who this is to you.
This is my girl,
Okay.
Purity Wamboi
All right.
Muturi. She's 7 years. She'll be turning 8 on 13th of September.
13th of September.
Yes,
Right.
2 months time to come.
She's your firstborn.
Yes, she has moderate cerebral palsy.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for bringing her. We are looking forward to a great conversation today. So I like to start from the beginning. I like to give our viewers a backstory of where we're coming from.
Yes.
So tell us about your upbringing. How were you brought up? What was your childhood like? What are your parents like?
I was brought up in Njoro, just here in Nakuru. I was raised in a family of 11.
11
Yes,
children.
we were 11 of us, and I was child number 7.
Where? Wow, okay.
My parents they brought us in a Christianity setup. Yes, basically we were brought up in church.
All right.
Yes.
So when did you get born again?
I've grown up in church,
Okay.
but now coming to know myself properly, I think I was in class 7.
When you made the decision
Yes.
to follow Christ.
Yes,
That's
you know, the
beautiful.
other part is when you are told just go to church.
Yeah,
You just
Sunday school.
Yes, you just go to church because you are told to go.
And you're married.
Yes, I am.
Where did you meet your husband?
I was working in Bungoma County. I was employed somewhere in a supermarket, and he was employed he was doing transport on the same area. So that's how we met.
Okay.
Yes, he used to be my customer. Hivyo.
Akakuuliza aje ama alikuwa na aje?
We were good friends.
Okay.
We were very good friends. I even didn't think of
Him in that way.
yes. We were good friends for over 2 years. I can't even explain how it happened.
It just happened by the grace of God.
Yes.
And in God's timing.
Yes, yes.
Okay, awesome. And so when did you get married?
I got married on 2012.
2012. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
That's 10 years ago.
Yes.
Wow, congratulations on 10 years.
Thank you.
That's not something small.
Yes.
And when did Wambo come along?
Wambo came on September 2013, 2014. Yes.
So you are this, young bride good. Tell us about that time you found out you were pregnant and how you felt.
It was such a good moment.
Yeah.
Having had previously lost a pregnancy at 6 months, a twin pregnancy.
Twins.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it was a premature birth. I was very happy when I became pregnant of Wambo on 2014 because I lost the pregnancy on 2013 January.
Okay.
So the next year, on September, that's when I became pregnant of Wambo. It was just a very nice pregnancy.
Yeah.
I was very happy. I started clinics very early.
You were excited.
I was very much excited, plus the fear
Yeah.
of what happened to the previous pregnancy. So I was very cautious. I started my clinics very early. Yes, I was a very happy mother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's I like such stories of restoration after losing a pregnancy of twins.
Yes.
And the Lord restores that and gives you now 3 children.
Yes.
God is good.
That's
So you were excited, you started your clinics. When did you find out about her condition?
I found that on the same day that I gave birth to her.
Oh, so before that, there was no way of finding out?
No.
Even during the scan?
I did one scan,
Oh, okay.
and there was no any problem. Now, even the day of delivery, I just took myself to the hospital.
Oh,
I walked to the hospital.
Which was your due date, and you just started
It
feeling?
was due date, and I got some contractions at 5 in the morning.
Okay.
So I left the house by 10. I was in the hospital, and there was no contractions. Ni zile zenye unasema wacha niende ningoje hosi. Juu nimesikia signs, wacha niache kukaa kwa nyumba and then go to the hospital.
Just to be sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I went to the hospital na ikawa zile labors za on and off mpaka jioni na ikafika saa 5 usiku.
All this time you're in the hospital?
Yes. Nikasikia nimeanza kulose zile sasa contractions zimepotea. Na mtoto Wambo alipenda sana kucheza. Ni ile pregnancy unasikianga mtoto anacheza mpaka kama unatembea unasimama kwanza umpe space.
Mpatie time.
Yes, acheze. Ama unakaa unatafuta mahali unajificha watu wasiangalie ni nini, what is happening. You just sit down, ama unasimama unaangalia side nyingine mtoto anacheza, akimaliza unaendelea kutembea. That was Wambo. Wow. So ikifika saa 5 hivi ya usiku, nikasikia nimelose zile
contractions.
Yes. Alafu hachezi. Nikasikia hachezi. Na wakati madaktari walikuja kucheck on me, they say that they can't feel they can't feel the heartbeat. It was not there as they told me. Although hata mimi nilikuwa nimesikia nimebadilika, sina uchungu, na nilikuwa na uchungu. I had pushed for a very long time na sisikii. Sasa uchungu umeisha.
You were pushing at that point before it
stopped? Yes, because nikifika hosi I was really nilikuwa I think 3 centimeters nikifika hosi. Okay. So you can imagine I started the process.
Yeah.
So vile ilifika hiyo usiku nikaona hapana. Nikaambia, in fact hakukuwa na watu wengine wana kwa labor. I was just alone. So I called the nurse mwenye tulikuwa na yeye. Nikamwambia I think mimi nipeleke CS. Sikuwa nimeenda mbeleni. But Mungu anasemanga ni Mungu alinisaidia.
And what were the doctors saying?
Wakati walikuja, wote walia. Ni vile unaona kulikuwa na students.
Okay.
Yes, kulikuwa na daktari alikuwa mmoja. And then kulikuwa na students. Sasa wote wakikuangalia, wote wanasikia kila mtu akisema hapana, hatusikii kichwa, hatujui iko side gani. So nikaona ni kama they are not sure of themselves. So I told the nurse, mimi nipeleke CS. Sikuwa nimeenda hapo mbeleni. Wao nikitoka hapo wakaniambia they can't feel the heartbeat. And so nikifikishwa hata theater, hata hao wakaniambia kwamba tunaogopa kwamba maybe you've lost the baby. Na I think nasemanga ni Mungu aliniongelesha, kwa sababu niliambia Mungu, hata wao niliwaambia, you know there are so many of them, ukifika theater wako around 5, 6. Nikawaambia nyinyi mtoeni ile heartbeat atatoka nayo, ndio ataishi nayo. And that was it. Wakati walimtoa, walikuwa bado wananiongelesha. When she came out, when she was brought to me, yani walinionyesha, wakaniambia, si umesikia hajalia? And I told them, niliwaambia ile heartbeat atatoka nayo ndio ataishi nayo. Sasa mwekeni hapo mngojea alie. And after like 30 minutes.
30 whole minutes?
Yes. Ndio nikaanza kusikia ametoa sauti. But kwa mbali sana, kasauti kako ndani huwezi sikia.
And during the 30 minutes, what were the doctors doing?
Sasa, okay, tunajua wanakushughulikia tu kuna wale wanatengeneza mtoto, wanajaribu at least alie, they were resuscitating her. Sasa they just kept me busy.
Okay.
Na vile nilisikia kilia niliwaambia atalia. So I knew there was a problem, but sikuwa najua ni problem ya aina gani. Nilikuwa najua ni kitu she'll be okay. Kama amelia, what else are we waiting for? So nikarudishwa kwa the other room after mtu amejifungua. So nikaanza kuitisha mtoto. Mwenye naitisha mtoto anadisappear.
Okay.
Mwenye nikiongelesha mwingine akiingia na mwambie nileteeni mtoto. Wakadisappear kama watu 4. And it was around 3 in the morning. Nikawaambia msipoleta nitashuka.
Nimuende
mimi mwenyewe. So wakaniletea. Wakati waliniletea, she started convulsing. By then I didn't know what convulsions were. Nikaitana vile nilitana because macho ilianza kuroll ikienda. And then you are left with this white carpet. Sasa to them that was the convulsion. Mimi sikuwa nimejua hapo before. So vile wakakuja hurriedly wakamchukua wakaenda na yeye. From there sasa nijue ni kubaya. Na sasa I started walking by then.
Na umekatwa?
Yeah, it was yes. See, hata vile I think dawa iliisha kwa mwili, mimi nilianza tu kutembea. Kwa sababu hakuna mwenye anakubali kukuja sasa kuniambia hata progress ya mtoto. By 8 in the morning mimi nikaanza kushuka. Wakaniletea tena. But then sasa walikuwa wanakuja waniulize tumnyoe wapi ndio tuweke dawa. She was to put on anticonvulsants. Na zilikuwa ziwekwe huku. And zingine ziwekwe kwa miguu.
As an injection or
yes. Okay. Yes. Sasa alikuwa adungwe and then haiko hizo nini za kuweka dawa.
Okay.
So generally mimi nilitembea that day. Nikakuta wamemweka kwa ile mashini ya.
Okay.
No, they took her first. She was alikuwa bado anapata zinaitwaje? Alikuwa anaanza kuturn color.
On her body.
Yes. So aliwekwa kwa ile light, I think phototherapy. I think so. Walimweka kwa hiyo machine. Wambo alikaa kwa hiyo machine for 4 days with her eyes wide opened bila kublink. You can imagine light kama na amefungua tu macho. By then I thought I had lost her. Kwa sababu there was no movement. Sasa nilikuwa ninatembea tu. Naenda the following day my house help akakuja. So yeye ndiye nilikuwa sasa natuma aende aangalie and then anarudi. After now the 4 days at least akaanza kublink. By then tulikuwa tunaisema kukamua. Juu sasa she could not open her mouth. By the way she did not breastfeed for the first 1 month. She would not move her jaws. Kwa sababu ile sauti tulisikia kitoa hakutoa tena. Hakuwa na ile nguvu ya kufungua mdomo.
So that time she made the noise the first time.
Yes, na akanyamaza.
Okay.
And then hata mdomo hakuwa nafungua. Tulikuwa tunakamua and then tunamsyringe feed.
Okay.
That's what we were doing and we did that for the whole month. All along nilikuwa najua kuna shida but sasa bora ninaona mtoto msichana ako 4 kgs. Kwa nini akuwe mgonjwa? So sikuwa najua what to expect, what to wait for. And then after 1 month we were discharged. Sasa tukaenda home. Sasa mwenye alini discharge aliniambianga I think she was a student. Kwa sababu aliniambia ati wewe enda home. Huyo mtoto atakuwa lakini hatakuwa kama wale wengine. That was a statement.
What?
So, I knew atakuwa different but si kama hii.
Yeah.
Yes, I nikaenda home. Then after hiyo ndio iende kuisha 1 month. Akatokea kitu kama kimawe kwa mgongo. And then nikampeleka kwa pediatrician. Kumpeleka nikaambiwa that disease is not common in Kenya. Sijui nikaambiwa watoto wenye wa wapi ndio wanagonjekanga. Ile kitu nilipewa paracetamol.
Kwa sababu ya hiyo kitu ya mgongo.
Yes, na akaniambia just watch isimove kwa sababu ikimove ndio inaendaga ikifunga blood streams. Zikifungwa sasa ndio mtoto ana pass kwa sababu hawezi kubreathe tena. Sasa mimi kazi yangu ilikuwa kuangalia hiyo. But before I would start watching the kimawe, she started vomiting kwa sababu saa hiyo amefungua mdomo. After like 1 month 2 weeks ameanza kunyonya yeye mwenyewe. Sasa akaanzanga kuvomit ile ya every time you breastfeed her.
She must vomit.
Anaitoa ikiwa maziwa. You know, at times unaweza ona ikiwa imetoka kama mala ujua kuna kitu amebaki nayo kwa tumbo. But this time inatoka ikiwa maziwa. So I forgot about
the key thing.
Yes, the key thing there. I'm forgetting the name. I forgot about it. Sasa nikaanza kufocus na kuvomit. Sasa ilikuwa hospital. Asubuhi tunaenda asubuhi hosi. Ana sasa pia hiyo kuvomit ikafungua sasa she started crying. Alikuwa analia 24/7. Alilia hivyo for like 3 months.
Just crying constantly.
Yes. Akilala analala like 10 minutes.
Alafu anaamka analia tena.
Yes. Naenda hosi asubuhi narudi jioni. I remember niliendanga hosi mpaka nikaacha kulipishanga consultation fee. Kwa sababu mimi ni mteja. Kila siku niko hosi. So after like 3 months sasa hata daktari I think they also fear to tell you what is
really going on.
Yes. Yeah. So hakuniambianga. Lakini siku moja nikamwambia sasa daktari nimekuja sana hosi. Kindly tell me. So unaona sasa hata nilisahau ni yes already mimi nimepona at 1 month. Mimi nimepona. Nikamwambia sasa niambie ni nini inasumbua Wambo ndio nijue what to expect. Akaniambia nikaenda another sessions kama 2-3 haniambii kitu. Nikamwambia nao sasa leo sitoki. Leo nataka uniambie Wambo ni mgonjwa wapi. Akaniambia have you ever heard of cerebral palsy? Sijaisikia nini hata hainisumbui. Nikamwambia mimi sijui. Just tell me what it is. Akaniambia aliniambia tu just go enda Google hii jina and then ukikuja kesho tutaongea. So I went home. Sasa nika Google nikajisomea. Bado haijaniingia haijasink so hainisumbui. I went back to the hospital. Kwenda sasa akaniambia sasa nikamueleza vile nilisoma. Lakini mimi si hiyo ninaona tu ni kitu nilisoma. Si kitu ninaona practically. Akaniambia what you are going to do, I want you to start occupational therapy.
Now before we go on, I just want you to tell people what cerebral palsy.
Okay, cerebral palsy is basically ni effect ya it's generally brain damage.
Okay.
Yes.
Does it happen from conception or is it something that can happen during pregnancy?
During pregnancy, it can also happen.
Okay.
Yes. And again, it can also happen during birth, that time, during birth. And again, pia inaweza happen kama mtoto amezaliwa between 0 to 1 year.
So now the doctor has told you this is the condition.
Yes.
You need to start occupational therapy. Because you said she's turning 8 this year, that has been 7 years of learning her, learning this condition, learning how to go about raising her.
Yes.
How has that experience been? Just tell us kwa ufupi sana what you have learned from, you know, raising her up. What are the challenges that you faced, especially at the beginning, and how have you learned to work around them in raising her?
Let's say from the time she was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, I would say there has been so many challenges, and again a lot of learning. Juu kwa mfano wakati nilienda hosi nikauliza daktari, what do I now expect from Wambo? Siwezi kukuambia specific thing to expect as in from kesho. Whatever condition yenye itakuwa inajitokeza, that's what we will be dealing with. So with Wambo tumekuja kulearn. Tuseme kila siku unasoma a new thing.
Okay.
And through therapy we have been able to even understand her more. Kwa sababu vitu zingine, you know, during that, tuseme that one month, mtoto wako tu sawa. Hata ukimwangalia uwezi note. But now amekuja kuanza convulse. Ameanza convulsions. Anaanza kuwa stiff. As for Wambo, she started being stiff. And then the shingle started moving back. She started forming a kasi hapa. You know, the moment anajimove hivi, nayo I think the backbone also inasonga. So she also became stiff. And we have been able to manage the stiffness through therapy. Because she would not, naona hivyo miguu inacheza, haingecheza. She was always stiff. Yes, you can imagine sasa mtoto yani unambeba akiwa. Yes. Then that's the good word to use. Yes.
So I think what you're saying is learning as you go.
Yes.
Because something can, like very many things have come up in the past that you probably did not know about from the beginning.
Yes.
Right. I know there's a lot of, and we handled this in a previous show when it comes to stigma. So I don't want us to dwell so much there, but maybe briefly, you can tell us about the stigma that you faced, especially being an African with a child with cerebral palsy. Very briefly.
Stigma nayo tumeface from the, let me not say about the family, because my family has really tried.
Okay.
Has really tried to accommodate her. The society generally, hawajui what cerebral palsy is. And that's why we need a lot of awareness. So, unakuta mtu anaambia mtoto wake, usikaribie mtoto. Utaambukizwa. What they don't know that cerebral palsy is not contagious. Haiwezi toka kwa mtu ati iende kwa mwingine. Yes, and then tuseme kwa mfano, generally society tu ndio inakuumiza. Au tu wenye wanajua mtoto ako na shida, au ndio anakuwa na katoto. They use the tough words kakiwete. And such. But kuna mahali ukifika kujikubali. I think mimi iliwaka kwangu mapema sana. At the age of 2 years, wakati niliona sasa mtoto amekuwa mkubwa. Obvious people expect her to be walking. They expect her to be talking. So mimi niliamua ku-expose mtoto. Nilimu-expose mapema sana. Na anytime you would ask me about her, I would tell you she has brain damage. So expect much. Don't expect much. If she will walk, kama Mungu amepanga atatembea, then atatembea.
I think it's something that needs a lot of wisdom on how to handle, because also it'll take a lot of guarding your heart.
Yes.
Because this is your child.
Yes.
And people who may not understand what is going on will say things. And if you're not careful, you can grow to be a very bitter mother.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So guarding your heart, I think, is important. And I think you've been able to do that. And God bless you for that. Now, briefly, I want to talk about your other pregnancies. You had 2 other babies.
Yes.
How were the deliveries for those babies?
How? Hiyo nayo ni raha.
Hebu tuambie raha ilikuwaje.
Because I think God paid me back. And God has always paid me back. On 2017, nikawa na a very smooth pregnancy. Na ninasemanga, I didn't labor for that boy. I did. Because nilienda the same hospital that I was in nikideliver Wambo. Na nilifika kwa sababu ya ile fear ya Wambo wako na CP. Mimi niliopt for CS mapema sana. Mpaka nilikuwa nimebook. Lakini Mungu alitaka kunionyesha mawazo yako sio yako. So nilienda hosi, nilitoka nyumbani, nilitoka clinic that day. Afu nikafika home kitu ikaniambia hapana. Enda ulale hosi fanyie CS kesho asubuhi. Sasa mimi nimejipanga. Mama anajua kujipanga. So I went. Kufika hosi nikawa nifanyie CS that night. Lakini kukawa na two emergencies. Anytime ninaenda kupelekwa theater, ninapangwa niende theater, kunatokea emergency. It happened like that mpaka asubuhi. So in the morning kila mtu anangojea sasa nipelekwe CS. Na nakumbuka hata nurse mwenye alikuwa anashughulikia nikamwambia wewe niletee uji. Ilikuwa 6 in the morning, naambia wewe niletee uji. Ananiambia hapana, nakupea uji aje na unaenda CS. Sasa nikaanza kuwa mkali. Mimi sikuwa najua ni labor. Nikaanza kuwa mkali, namwambia hapana, unaninyima uji ni yako, uji ni ya hosi. Sasa she was my friend. Yes. She had seen me through the clinics for the yes. So mimi wakati walinitayarisha sasa wanipeleke CS, I delivered immediately with the catheters, with nguo za theater.
Ukiwa theater ndani?
Hapana.
When you were
kwa hiyo kitanda ya kwenda theater.
Mtoto alikuja?
Yes. He just came.
Did you push? I didn't labor. Afadhali ndio kweli. Yes. And is that the same case for your other child?
The other child nilikuwa sasa hapa Nakuru. Nilitoka nyumbani with my friend. Na kufika Medi wakaniuliza umekujaje? Nikamwambia nimekuja tu. Mtoto
akakuja.
Yes.
That's what I like to call a supernatural childbirth.
Yes.
Because the stories out there about excruciating pain, what women go through, and then now an experience like this, it can only be supernatural. So I'm really glad to hear that you went through a smooth, not only pregnancy, but also delivery. It's important. So our time is up. Time really goes very fast. But nataka uangalie camera, uambie, talk to someone who's going through, maybe has even just found out that the child has CP or any other condition that may affect their development, their growth. What kind of advice would you give such a woman?
The doctors say that cerebral palsy haina reverse. Na kama haina reverse, we accept but haina reverse. But God is able to do anything. And again, Mungu tu ndiye anaweza kukupea nguvu ya kuwa na huyo mtoto. Kwa sababu wewe mwenyewe huwezi. So my word is accept your baby na ujikubali wewe mwenyewe. Because if you lose yourself, we wonder who is going to take care of that child. Mungu hawezi kukupatia jaribu ambalo hauwezi kulistahimili. God is going to work through for you. Another one is to the government. We've had so much pain getting the anticonvulsant drugs. And we believe that kama the government is able to give HIV drugs to the whole of Kenya, you can also do something to the drugs of hizi za watoto wa epilepsy, hata watu wazima wa epilepsy na anticonvulsants. They are so expensive. Some have opted to stop taking the drugs because of the price. We also have the issue of therapy. Therapy is very expensive. The cheapest therapy one can get is going for around 1,000. If the government is able to do something, and if you choose to go to a public hospital, you find that there are queues and queues. So you spend the whole day just for a therapy session of 25 minutes. So if there is something that can be done, tunaweza shukuru sana kama watoto wa special kids.
Okay. We pray that the government has those concerns and we know something can be done. Thank you so much, Mama Wambo. We've had a very good time learning from you and hearing your story. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And it's lovely to meet Wambo.
Yes.
We continue to pray for grace for you and that God may be with you every step of the way. In Jesus' name. To our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. I have been your host, Sheila Juma. you can catch this same rerun on Monday from 6:50 p.m. to 7:20 p.m. and watch it too. I'm sure there's something there you have missed. Please watch it and learn more and get the full experience. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you same time, same place next time. Have a good rest of your week.